I think it's a love triangle that I didn't expect, right? And best man wins, right?
I haven't actually kissed like any of you both yet.
I don't feel like she was telling Cole the truth right there, saying that she hadn't kissed me.
Did you guys hook up?
No.
Are you sure?
Don't you go to sleep before I beat you in Mario Kart.
A long-term partner.
Do you want to tell you I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
No, I'm a mommy.
Awesome! The first season of A Hunt for Love is heating up, and now there is a mystery to be solved. Did Jen and Rob sleep together? And if you're like, Kibbles, come on. We saw these two naked, blurred, on a bed. It's pretty obvious. I know. But I can tell you that TLC did some really dirty, sneaky editing here. And we need to talk about it, because things might not be how they seem. Let me explain. Even though the new cast for A Hunt for Love was leaked before the show aired, no one knew what to expect when it was revealed that Tim and Jen would both be singles at the retreat. Would there be drama that comes with having exes together? Of course.
Out of all the people, why is she here?
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Tim and Jen still had tension many years after their failed attempt at a relationship. Tim didn't sleep with Jen, and Jen constantly questioned Tim's sexuality in front of the entire world. It got repetitive and old, and I really didn't want to continue to hear about this on the new show. Nothing that Jen had to say about it now was new hot tea like she thought it was.
Let me tell you the tea.
Instead, now it was just an old room temperature annoying tea.
And to a strip club. He paid to a guy to dance for me.
They continued to constantly talk badly about each other on this new show. Tim calling Jen a gold digger, and Jen again trying to raise questions about Tim's sexuality. She's obsessed with doing that. But something interesting did come out of this. Something new. So this starts out with Jen hanging out with a new guy, Cole. That's Cole, not this Colt. Dancing Colt. Cole is a non-90-day character on the show. While that's brewing, Courtney hears from Usman the whole conversation Jen had with Rob and Usman about Tim and the strip club.
So I heard that you like to watch. I heard that you paid for her to have a male stripper and you felt turned on watching her with a male stripper.
Courtney is apparently stirring the pot because she's bored. Her weird love triangle mostly consists of Usman and Colt fighting over her, but neither of them actually asking her out. And I mean, come on, Colt is the clear winner between those two, right? I mean, look at those dance moves. So Tim gets really mad and confronts Jen.
Yeah, I bought Jen a lap dance. It's just me trying to be the cool boyfriend.
And we know Jennifer. She can very obviously defend herself. But this Cole guy, randomly involves himself in this drama.
You're 10 seconds. You know how long those are?
Okay.
You go take 20 of those, okay?
Most of you know that Jen was with Jesse before the show. Jesse was on the single life, and Jen has said that he was controlling. No surprise there. I mean, we all remember how angry he gets at steak. He's also a full-on narcissist, so there's zero shock learning that he sucks to date and they broke up. So Jen doesn't want to deal with a controlling guy again. And no one else on the cast is understanding why Cole is stepping in on this fight either.
It was 7 years ago. That's the argument you just made. Okay.
Like, is this guy for real?
It seems like Cole expected to win Jen's heart or something by doing this, but Jen's reaction to this is more annoyed than anything else.
You're not coming.
I take my time.
Can I stay
Thank
with you?
you.
And it's also obvious here that she's been drinking. Because when she's talking to Rob, you're like, oh, I hope she can walk carefully back to her room.
Why are you drinking this?
This is beautiful.
And Cole is right behind her the whole time, all mad that she's talking to Rob. And I think his reaction makes her want to flirt with Rob even more.
Are you my woman or Rob's woman?
Why are you so aggressive?
And here's the thing, I don't like Jen or Rob, so really this is a match made in hell, and I'm here for it. These two deserve each other. And I like how Jen thinks that Rob is this huge catch.
I want someone that can be stable so we can spend our lives together and be in a family together.
He's not a boy, sure. So the night is coming to an end. And Rob is trying to hang out with Jen to play Mario Kart, whatever that means.
You want to walk with me to get their charger?
And Cole is just buzzing around trying to get Jen to not leave with Rob, which I swear makes her want to do it like 1,000,000 times more.
We'll find it.
You're making a mistake. Yeah, she is. Being with Rob, not a good idea. But man, if someone whispered that to me when I was as drunk as she was, I would probably want to leave with that person just out of spite. You're making this so much worse, Cole. Come on, join Colt and let's just dance. And here is where the mystery begins. We see Rob and Jen go off together, but then we cut to them hanging out, dressed differently, and we get a few clips of them making out with different timestamps, like it happened that night. And one of those clips is them naked, blurred. That's not Mario Kart. So I have to be very careful how I show this in this video. YouTube doesn't like clips like this, even if they are blurred. But you get the idea. They're naked, on a bed, and it looks like Rob blue shelled her. And then we cut to the next morning and Jen is talking to Courtney. It's over. I wonder who came first in Mario Kart. Courtney's like asking for the details, but Jen just says that they went back together and they just cuddled all night. And yeah, Courtney does not believe her. And in this moment, I'm watching this like, yeah, we saw it. They hooked up. No question. But then something very quickly changed my mind. So after I watched that episode, I went and turned on the Between the Sheets episode to see what the cast had to say about this hookup. I specifically was so curious about how Elise would react because Elise and Rob had a thing early on that fizzled out like the first day? I was just so curious. What did the cast think of these clips of them naked? So I noticed that we see a clip of Tim hearing about Jen leaving with Rob instead of Cole. And that's when I noticed that the producers did something diabolical. They completely skipped over the hookup scenes. They didn't show any of them. Instead, they just skipped to when Jen says that they cuddled.
I don't believe that.
100% no.
They don't get Rob's reaction to what Jen says either. So after that, I do think that they hooked up. Like, hello, it's right in front of us. But what if they didn't the first night they went back together? They're not wearing the same clothes as when they got back. That could mean something. Well, they probably changed clothes when they got back from the bar, yes. But my main reason for thinking that they did not hook up the first night is that they didn't show it on Between the Sheets. It makes me think that if they would have shown the clips, Rob and Jen would have said what really happened. I could see Jen like straight up lying and being like, no, we didn't hook up at all, even if her blurred nakedness was on the screen. But I get this feeling that Rob would have been honest, and I think the audience would believe him. So Cole comes back and Jen and Cole basically make up.
I believe that you went home with them last night.
And that becomes the entire focus of the episode. And I can see why they shifted the focus to that, because all of the other potential hookups at this point are falling flat, like Tiffany and that guy that I can't ever remember the name of. They have this mud bath date and Tiffany pulls a huda.
I do have 2 kids.
I was just waiting for her to be like, I'm a mommy. But she said it in a much more clear way that the guy understood. He understood it so well, in fact, that he looks like he wants to run away. I am glad she told him that, and he was honest, but oh my God, that was awkward. So back to Rob and Jen. Rob is thinking at this point, Cole is old news. And Cole has no idea that they hung out all night, apparently.
Sorry, I had snuggled all night with Rob.
Which I didn't know, by the way. She said that they didn't spend the whole night together.
Jen is now saying that she hasn't completely written off Cole. And then Rob drops the I'm still married news.
Okay. Well, you're married.
Jen now seems basically like 50-50 between both guys, Cole and Rob. And during a competition that they all play together where her and Chantel make out like crazy, she ends up picking Cole instead of Rob for a date. And the question comes up again, but this time we get some sort of answer. So Jen says that nothing happened at all on the first night, but then they play a clip of them kissing. Diabolical. And on Between the Sheets, Rob says, yes, they did kiss.
I don't feel like she was telling Cole the truth right there, saying that she
Nah.
hadn't kissed me.
Nah.
And I know me and her kissed in the first week.
The timeline still isn't completely clear with these clips. Did one happen on one night? Did one happen on another night? So I ask you, do you think that Rob and Jen slept together on the first night? Or was this just edited for drama for the show? You know how I feel. I think the fact that they completely skipped over that scene on Between the Sheets makes this super fishy. People can say, well, they needed something for the tell-all to talk about, but it seems like the discovering of Jen and Rob hooking up won't be revealed on the tell-all. It seems like the cast is going to find out way before that.
Wait, Jen, you were with him and had a little sleepover, something went down. Does he still look like that?
I also noticed that the cast knows something on Between the Sheets because of this scene.
All right, what does this remind you of? Keep me distracted.
Jen when she went to Rob's that night.
Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And also, this is my QR code to my Snapchat. Make sure to follow my public profile. I will be posting often on there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!